In this video, we are going to discuss computer networks and its different dimensions. So, a computer network is a set of devices often referred to as nodes and connected by some communication links. A node can be a computer, maybe also a printer or any other device capable of sending and or receiving data generated by the other nodes on the network. So, multiple nodes are getting connected by some media and that will produce a computer network, and where someone will be the senders and some others will be the respective receivers. Most networks use distributed processing, in which a task is divided among multiple computers. So, instead of one single large machine being responsible for all aspects of a process, separate computers, usually a personal computer or workstation, can handle a subset. So, in case of distributed processing, we know that one computer containing processor can do the processing, but in case of distributed processing, the processing responsibility will not be assigned to a single computer. The respective processing responsibility will be divided into multiple computers. They will be doing some sub processes, they will be executing some sub processes, so that ultimately the whole process can get computed, can get completed, can get executed with the help of multiple processors playing the role for the distributed processing. But obviously all those computers must remain connected with some computer communication network. Then only the distributed processing can take place. The basic networking criteria are: first one is the performance. So, can be measured in terms of transmit time, response time, efficiency of the connected software and the respective hardware. So, here you see we are having the transmission time, that means how fast the data can get transmitted. Response time, that means after reaching data, how fast the system will give us the first response, that is the response time. Efficiency of the connected software and the respective hardware. Reliability, it is measured by the frequency of failure and network's robustness in the catastrophe. That means we can also consider this one as mean time between failure. That means what is the average time between two failures. If MTTR, mean time between failure, that means MTBF rather. So, if MTBF is long, that means the system is more reliable. Now, another one is the mean time to repair, that is MTTR. So, mean time to repair means how much average time we require to repair one node which has some problem. So, if MTTR is less and if MTBF is long, that means the system is more reliable, and also the system should be robust in our catastrophe. Next one is the security, that is protecting data from unauthorized access, damage and development, and implementing policies and procedures for recovery from breaches and data losses. You see, at first we should try to protect our data. We should have the proper authentication, with the help of which we can select the respective processes to access our required data, and what are the permitted operations for those processes which are to be carried out on the data. So, all these rules and regulations and authentications must be finalized, and that will bring more security in the system. But the system may crash, the system may fail, then what will be the recovery procedures? So, they are to be mentioned and should be properly maintained. Next one is about types of connections. So, we are having two types of connections, one is point to point, another one is the multi-point. A point to point connection provides a dedicated link between two devices. The entire capacity of the link is reserved for transmission between those two devices only. So, in case of point to point transmission, you can consider this respective diagram also. In case of point to point transmission, we are having station 1 and station 2, and there is one dedicated link which will not be shared for the transmission of data between any other nodes apart from these two nodes only. So, these two nodes can use that very network or the media dedicatedly in case of point to point transmission. So, next one we are having this multi-point, that is a multi-point also called multi-drop connection is one in which more than one specific devices can share a single link. So that is our multi-point communication. So just consider this particular one. Here we are having the mainframe, and here we are having the link or the media, and then we are having these multiple stations are accessing the same link to do the communication, needful communication with this mainframe, and this is known as multi-point. So we had the types of connections, two types of connections, one is point to point, another one is the multi-point. Next one, the term physical topology refers to the way in which a network is laid out physically. That means how this network has been laid out. What is the topology of that layout is known as the topology of the system, that is a topology. So that means how they are connected. So this topology can be of different types. We can go for this mesh topology, star topology, bus topology, ring topology. Also we can have some mixer of them. So let us see one by one. So here we are having this completely connected mesh topology. What is the meaning of the term completely connected? Just take any two pair of stations, you can find one link dedicated in between. Just take this one and this one link is there. This one and this one link is there. So how many nodes we are having, stations we are having here? 5. So as we are having 5 such, so how many links will be required? If you know combination, it is 5C2. So what is the value of 5C2? That is 10. If you go on counting in this way, you are going to have here 10 links. Let me count 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6. We are having this 7, we are having 8, we are having 9, also we are having 10. So in this way, we are having these 10 links which are connecting all these 5 stations. So this is our completely connected mesh network. Now if we deduct or if we delete some of the connections, then what will happen? There is a partially connected mesh topology. This is our star topology connecting 4 stations. So this is a star type. In some books, you might have seen that it has been placed here, there, and this position is in between. Whatever the arrangements, actually it is the star topology. And this is our bus topology connecting 3 stations. You can find this one. So here are 3 stations are there, and that is a single bus is there which is being shared between these multiple stations possible. These are the drop lines. Taps are there to establish the connection with this media. There is a cable end and there is a cable end. Cable end can also be considered as cable terminators. We are having this ring topology. So here one ring is there with which multiple stations are connected using some repeaters. So that is known as a ring topology connecting 6 stations. So here you can find that it is a hybrid topology, a star backbone with 3 bus networks. I told you this one, these particular topologies can also get mixed up. So here you can find that this is the bus topology. So 3 bus topologies, and they are connected with the central hub. So in this case, obviously they are the star network. So star topology and the bus topology has got mixed here. Now we are going for the network models. So computer networks are created by different entities. Standards are needed so that these heterogeneous networks can communicate with one another. So now we are establishing, or we are considering the communication between the networks. So not communication between the 2 nodes or computers, we are considering the communication between 2 networks. So we are generally referring to main primary categories, that is the local area networks and wide area networks. A LAN normally covers an area less than 2 miles and WAN can be worldwide. So networks of a size in between are normally referred to as the metropolitan area networks and span 10 of miles. So when the computers have got distributed or have got situated in multiple different places, so depending upon the distances, we can consider them as LAN, we can consider WAN, also we can consider MAN here. So it is a metropolitan area network. So in case of LAN, just remember this one. So it will be, the distance will be less than 2 miles. In case of WAN, it is worldwide. In case of MAN, that is a metropolitan area network, it will be span of 10 of miles. So now we can find that we are having an isolated LAN connecting 12 computers to a hub in a closet. So nowadays the hub conception has got not so much popular. There will be having our respective repeaters or some other servers might be there. So in this way you can find that we are having this respective multiple computers are there. So how many computers are there? 4. In this way you are having 12 such computers. So they are connected with the hub, and this is an isolated LAN connecting 12 computers to a hub in a closet. Now here we can see that this is the WAN, a switched WAN and a point-to-point WAN. So here we are considering this one as switched WAN, and here we are considering this one as point-to-point WAN. So now in case of switched WAN, we are having this respective switches are there, and these are the end systems are there. These are the end systems, and here we are having the switched WAN we are having. So here is a point-to-point WAN. So where we are having one computer, that is another computer, and they are connected huge distance, long distance. It is a WAN, that means it is the connection will be worldwide. We are having the respective modems which will be doing the respective modulations and demodulations, and now these computers are getting connected, and there is a point-to-point WAN. So now here you see this is a network made of 4 WANs and 2 LANs. I told you that we will be considering the connection not between the computers but between the networks. So here you can find that there is one point-to-point WAN is there. This is the respective switch to WAN. We are having this another LAN is there, and also there is another LAN. So 2 LANs and one WAN has got connected through this switched WAN. So in this way you see, in case of computer communication, we can connect computers, we can connect devices, we can form a network, also we can establish connection between the networks. Thanks for watching this video.
Tutorialspoint.com. Simply easy learning.